Okay, now things are progressing, of course. That one little camera elf, he was scrappy, but Ray cookies, I mean, is what it is. Maybe I need to get another camera elf. I'll see. Yeah, put these on. Let's see what in the world is. Yeah. So I assume that you're going to be expecting me to excuse myself for my behavior. And maybe I'm not. Let's see what's on the list that we came up with. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I turn the camera on. Yeah, okay. Good. Well, let's get us a little background going here. What do you think? No. Oh, God. I've dropped my paper. Alright, let's see. That one won't work. Oh, boy, that. Whew. I'm gonna have to get that elf to kind of calm down a little bit. Someone's like, well, dude knows Christmas is coming. He's got stuff he should be doing. Yeah, that one won't work either. What about this one? No. And oh God, no. Okay. I don't know how that got there. You know what? That one right there. That's a good background. Let's see what we got here. First off, there's a St. Nicholas. People keep calling me St. Nicholas. I'm not St. Nicholas. I don't know what to tell you. That's not me. I'm a dude. I've got a Reds thing, but he was a good dude. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him, but I'm not him. I'm tired of being compared to everything. I go out, I get everybody on these presents, I make sure that everybody gets what they want. With the exception of Steve. I'm still kind of upset about Steve and the whole pink eye dilemma. So then he transformed into a legendary character called Santa Claus. Santa Claus. This guy, right here. We're not the same dude. I don't know what I gotta tell you. I mean, I guess I could get Krampus to come in and tell you that no, he met him too. Good dude. Couldn't drink worth anything. Couldn't save it. Couldn't even hold it down.
No, I think it's just a bunch of hogwash. I think that maybe people are just reaching a little bit. Because, I mean, quite frankly, I'm not that guy. I'm not saying that. I am Santa Claus.
Just a big misconception. Just a big misconception. It's not the splendid water that I keep drinking from this flask so that I don't get so dehydrated that I can't talk. It's not an outfit. It's not the things that you would expect. It's not a bunch of stuff that's at the store or even just a fancy little bow under my hat. Nope. Gather around. I've got something to share. You see, there's all these things that say where I came from, what I did, where I haven't been, what I do, how I get there. People speculate about this, that, and the other. You know the whole Santa tracker thing? It's all because of a misprint. And so that kid, he gets that present because that's what they called it. It happened in the present, so they got a present moment. And he opens it. And whenever he opens it, his little body just exploded. I mean, there was giblets and pieces of blood and gore and just intestinal walls. And I came up out of that gore wearing the same suit I've got on today. You know, this thing has fit me ever since the day I was brought in. I don't have to worry about it. Every once in a while I have to get a new belt because they do wear out. But the rest of it, I mean, you know, pretty snazzy for thousands upon thousands of years old, I would think. I mean, I got the design right the first time, huh? Yep. All right, so I popped up out of the entrails and guts and gore and the joy because that's what it was. It was that first moment of pure, unadulterated joy from a child because he didn't know where it came from or what it was or what he was supposed to do with it. But by God, he was happy for having it. You know, unlike these elves, He was just happy. Didn't know he wanted it, but he got it, and now it's there. And here I go, bloop. The guy that was doing the postal work before there was a post office, taking stuff from here and putting it over there, taking it from over there to over here. It kind of took me in a little bit. You see, I was a smart cookie. I figured there was better ways of the way he was doing stuff, because he wouldn't just go from here to there or store stuff at one place, take it over there, and then, get that, and no. He wasted all kinds of time. So I figured out ways to make it quicker. At one point, we were in northern Siberia. When we were up there, I saw this reindeer fly overhead, and I was like, wow, look at that, flying reindeer, what do you know? But I got me a reindeer. Yay. I ended up eating him too, because, well, it was cold. He might have been able to fly, but he wasn't that quick. Let me tell you, I used to be spry. But I got another one, and I brought it back to Pops. I'm like, hey, well, we can put this stuff on here, and then we can get on his little back, and then we can call his name and say, on, and smack him with a whip, and off we'd go, woo, through the sky. It happened. He had been fiddling with a way that we could handle keeping track of things even better. He called this stuff, well, there's not really a way to translate it into the language that we all speak today, but it would come out to sticks and scratches. oh, settle down in there. Settle down. That's right. All right. And I decided one day, you know what? I got this idea. I'm going to give this stuff to somebody. And I did. I went out and I found some people. And I was like, here, have some stuff. And I threw it and knocked one of them out. It was one of the greatest nights of my life. But you know what happened as soon as I knocked that poor soul out? One of that big half of the deer flank there, I felt something. It was kind of nice. I think they call it joy. Because I did something. Nobody really knew who it was that had done it. They got something that they needed, because they surely would have started without it. And it made me happy. It's good. And that's what I decided I was going to build the rest of my little entrepreneurial experiment here on. And here we are millennia later. If only there's a way to get an x-ray so that you can see. Oh, it's like he wants to show off. Well, everybody thinks Christmas is about gifting gifts. It's not. The way the whole thing started was some kid got so super excited that he exploded and I popped out of it. These elves around here, though, that's another story altogether. And you know what? While I got you, I think I might as well just go ahead and tell you the story. These elves, they come from a specific place on Earth that you can't get to, because you gotta get reindeer that can fly. You gotta have a sled that's got very special rails on it so you can even land. And then you gotta not think about it before you get there. The trick is accidentally getting there because you won't ask directions. That's how it happened. That's how I found Elflandia. Blah, 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 blah in my ear, and that's all I heard, blah, blah, blah. And she said, I think we're lost. It looks like we're over Scandinavia. I think we're supposed to be in Iceland. And I was like, no, I don't know exactly where I'm at. And then I accidentally ran into a tree. There it was. Elflandia. I was there, and I landed. Odd place, that Elflandia. It doesn't look like the regular world does. Elf people were running around, and they're very chaotic, these little elves. I mean, if you give it a hammer, and you give one a saw, and you give it like wood, it'll build something for no reason whatsoever. I mean, it'll just start building. It's scary to see. Have you ever seen like that chaotic kid energy? Well, imagine they're 40 years old to 120 years old, and they act like they've never seen a piece of wood before. And then they start making stuff just for no good reason. I turned around twice and our sled was gone. Bum fuzzled. I didn't know what to do about it. We had to figure out a way to get out of Elflandia. They build all kinds of useless little ducks with wheels and boats that don't float. Just all kinds of miscreant type things. And the next thing I know, Mrs. Claus, of course, is saying, oh, well, we gotta get back over here to the real world. We can't just be sitting over here with the elves. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I've been trying to figure out a way to do that, but nobody's giving me any help here. And then it hits me. If I conquer them, if I take over and I become their king, ooh, then I'll be able to get free, because then I can order them to make me something, and by God, they're going to build me another sled, and then I'm going to get out of here, and I ain't never going to come back. I'm going to take some of them with me just so I can have the giggles of knowing that I came over there, I conquered, I took over, I set myself up as the head, and then I take out, and then they're just left to take care of themselves. But there was only one way I could do it. You see, they have a structure, these elves. You got your elder elves, then you got your not so elder elves, then you got your below the not so elder elves, which are known as the mid-elves, and then after you get the mid-elves, elf, not elf, mid-elf, then you move down to another tier to the ones that, well, those are ones that tend to be a little more entertaining than the others, if you get my drift. And then you got the entertainment elves, you get the camera elves, you got the sound boom elves, and then you got the makers and the splitters and the spitters and the wanker. You got all kinds of elves. But the biggest thing about all that is I had to conquer not Elflandia, but just one elf, that elder elf. And once I took care of that elder elf, I would be the one. I got a plan. I know what I got to do. Let's do this. Every once in a while, and my belly, there it goes again, will start to shake. That elder elf is still in there. I can't pass him. He won't go nowhere. It got nothing to do with being fat. I got an elf I can't pass. So there it is. That's my story. Ho, 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 all y'all. I hope you have a good Christmas. I forget, how many days ago I have? 8? 7? I don't know. I just know it's about time I make sure that big bag of mine is packed. And I'm ready to go. Now, I better make sure I got this guy taken care of.